What is up, guys, and welcome back to Minecraft Mods for version 1.11.2. If you love The Legend of Zelda as much as I do, then you're going to want to stick around. Let's do this! Now, if you've ever wanted to experience playing The Legend of Zelda in Minecraft, this is the world you're going to want to download. It is called Zelda, Ocarina of Time, the Minecraft map by Kesonaj. This is amazing, you guys. You guys really need to check this out. This is literally has about everything that the Ocarina of Time had. The first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get spawned right into Long Long Ranch, where you're going to see Epona right away. And you'll be able to ride her right away. How cool is that? Melon is also here. Her lazy father's even here that doesn't do anything around Long Long Ranch. You are so lazy. So if you're like me, you're going to jump in, you're going to jump on Epona, and you're going to go straight to Hyrule Castle, because that is something I really want to see and see how he interpreted it into Minecraft. So we're going to go ahead and run all the way over to Hyrule Castle to check it all out and see all the detail that this guy has put in. If you ever played The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, then you're going to remember walking into Hyrule Castle area and the courtyard, and you're going to remember to the right, that little building you'd always go in and destroy all those jars and get the rupees from. You're going to remember all the stores that you'd pass by. This middle area with the little water fountain, I believe it was, if I remember correctly. The shield store guy, I believe this was the mask guy, the little girl running around with the chicken. Too bad that wasn't incorporated in here, but I know it's limitations when going into Minecraft. But we do have a bunch of villagers to occupy the space that you would believe they would be in when in around Hyrule Castle. The really cool thing is when you come over here. Oh no, I believe this was the mask shop. I forget what this place was. Well, before we get into Hyrule Castle, which is massive, by the way, we're going to go ahead and go over to the Temple of Time. I believe this was the Temple of Time. We're going to walk in here, and you're going to... Oh, creeper. What are you doing in here? I think it needs to be lit up a little more. But you're going to remember the 3 stones that you had to get in order to open the door, and then to walk in to get the Master Sword. Unfortunately, no masters. What just happened? Alright, I'm back. I have no idea what just happened, but somehow I stepped on a little pressure plate and it tried to teleport me somewhere and my game crashed. So, if you download this world and you try that, let me know what happens. I have no clue. I'm not even going to try it again because I do not want to deal with having my Minecraft game crash again. But what we are going to do, as soon as Epona stops jumping for no reason, we're going to go over to Hyrule Castle and show that off, because that is a huge thing to see right now. As we come over, the level of detail this guy put in is just amazing. You come over here, and there's no way to get past this little iron bar barricade, just like in the game. But if you remember in the game, of course, if you're doing this in survival, there's some vines that go up the side. So if you're able to go over here, you go and climb up the vines, and you'd be able to get up and over the barricade in order to go over into Hyrule Castle, which looks amazing from here. Just check that out. I decided to go ahead and fly on over Hyrule Castle, so it's going to be a little easier to show this off. So, of course, if you remember back in Ocarina of Time, there's this little area that would lead you over here to these crates that you'd have to push over in order to get over here, and then you get into this little maze setup that you'd have to run and outsmart the guards so they couldn't see you. This is pretty sweet, the way this guy set it up. He didn't really complete it, but honestly, it's good how it is, I believe so. And then if you go around the back, there isn't much to the castle itself on the inside. I went inside, there's not much in there, just empty rooms and a lot of monsters because it's not lit up. But if you come around the back, you'll be able to see the area where you meet Zelda for the first time, where she leads you up to look at Ganondorf talking to the king and planning his evil stuff and whatnot. We even have Kakariko Village! Check this out! This is even pretty detailed itself. It's got a bunch of villagers in it. You have the huge mountain in the background. Look at that. Oh, we gotta check this out. We have to get up in the air to look at this. Wow. That is awesome. So as you can see, this world has just about everything you would expect it to have if you were to replay The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. But what really is making this world pop out is the texture pack I have downloaded, which is called Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask Resource Pack, also known as Majora's Craft by Koa Niuva. This is so very detailed. This guy put so much time and effort in each and every single little block and item to recreate and make the Legend of Zelda, or your world in Minecraft, look just like the Legend of Zelda. And even at night, I'll show you guys in a little bit, at night the moon looks just like, or is exactly like, the moon that's in the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which is pretty awesome. And if you didn't notice, in this texture pack we have tons of items that are retextured to look freaking awesome, like this sword that looks just like the Sword of Time that Link used in the Ocarina of Time. And we have these bones that are retextured to look like they belonged in the Legend of Zelda. We have a couple, like the bow that looks awesome, but you know what? We're missing something else. We are missing some shields. So I went ahead and downloaded the mod Spartan Shields by Oblivious Spartan. This adds a bunch of different shields to the game that are pretty sweet. They look really cool. The thing is, with most of them though, you would have to download other mods in order to create them. And other mods including ones that would give you ores that aren't in the vanilla Minecraft, and some require actual mods that are like Botania and Under IO, as well RF tools, in order to create some of these shields. But they do look awesome. You're able to hold them off into your offhand block as you're fighting off enemies, and I think it's a great add into this Legend of Zelda world. There is so much more to this world, guys, that I haven't even really dived into. There is a lot to go over that you are going to love watching and discovering all over again for yourselves. Like, of course, the Zora area, as well as the Goron area, with everything all looking pretty spiffy in here, and even the leaders area down here you go back into, and it's got the little golden skull on top, which is actually just a TNT block. You have the fairy fountains that, of course, when you would discover, you'd go right up to them and the fairy would pop out and give you instant health, or give you your health back. And this is actually trying to portray that by having a little plate down with a command block that gives you health when you step on it for however long you are on that block. You even have the enemies, which I have a ton of in here, all over the place. And of course, with that texture pack, makes them look just like some of the enemies that were in The Legend of Zelda. And you have also the sounds of the enemies, but I don't have the sound turned up right now, so you'll have to listen to that for yourself. You're even able to find some of the iconic temples that were around all over in the world of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Not all of them are completely finished or built all the way, which I wish kind of were, but I understand. This alone had to have taken forever to build the world that looks exactly like the game. Alright guys, so that's pretty much all I had for you today. I gave you a world, a texture, and a mod that would be perfect if you wanted to relive the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. You are going to love this world if you are as much of a fan as The Legend of Zelda as I am. You're going to love everything about this world. And even if you were just in creative, even if you wanted to just fly over and look at everything like I did, you're going to enjoy it just as much as if you just went in survival and explored everything that way. So if you guys would, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Peace.